I continue to wonder about John the Baptist as he leaned against the earthen wall of his prison cell. The words only now began to register in his soul. Jesus was freeing others. John was behind bars. Jesus was brightening tomorrows for hundreds of unnamed masses. John's cell was closing in more darkly with each passing hour. He was a cousin, family, a prophet, the messenger. Weren't they a team? What had gone wrong? Surely one of these two cousins had missed it. Either way, if that was true, it was neither comforting nor vindicating. All the sacrifice, the years of obedience, the vows that were supposed to make John different from everyone else. The vacancy left from these unrealized expectations was almost unbearable. Would he ever reconcile that so much good was happening somewhere else? Essentially, 3 actions framed John's expectations and directly factored into his questioning despair. 1. He'd been doing the right thing. 2. He was in a bad place from no fault of his own. And 3. He heard that good things were happening to other people. The first question that struck him was likely, why aren't any of these good things happening to me? The second question was then directed to God's sovereignty and Jesus' reality when he asked, are you the one? Here we see the disconnect that happens between our expectations and our reality. Who do you think John was most offended by? Herod, the drunken, fearful king? Herodias, his wicked, unlawful wife? Salome, a sensual teenage girl? Or Jesus? If the association holds true, the deepest relationship generates the deepest expectations. Deep expectations, unrealized, produce wounds of deepest offense. As John's head was placed on the block to be severed from his body, do you think his last thoughts were about Herod, who ordered his execution, or the soldier that would be his actual executioner? Or do we somehow have a sense that they were why and thoughts about Jesus? It all hinges on expectation, our expectations. The problem is not having a question. The problem is not that our question remains unanswered. The problem is that we expect or even demand resolution and find ourselves offended because of this apparent disconnect between what we thought we were getting and what God gave us. There is no Band-Aid for this. Jesus said offenses would come because expectations are a given. They are woven within the natural flow of relationship and commitment. The dance is in not being offended. As Jesus told the disciples of John, happy is the man that I can't offend. I don't think happiness comes because Jesus decides not to offend us with his ways. I think the happiness happens when we acknowledge Jesus' teaching and instead of trying to duck or deny the offense, we forgive and release it.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.